Sometimes people get tired of getting looked down on. Sometimes people get fed up with that shit.
Now I got a lot more to lose than just my career.
The next move better be a smart one.
Let me tell you.
What up, Maul?
Hey, Jamal.
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Good, good. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yo, Kevin, like, I was just looking back through the archives. I'm actually making a best of Kevin Hart interviews video of you. And I love this series, but I go back like that 10 years when you had the Laugh at My Pain tour and think about like where your career is now 10 years later, going back from Nokia Theater, man. Congratulations, bro. You did a great job.
Thank you, man.
This is your best work right here, man.
I don't want to sound cocky, but I know. I say that confidently and proudly. I've never been more excited to present something to people in my life. I've never been hyper about a project. This is everything for me. This is a different version of me. This is dark. It's just a complete opposite of what I've been doing my entire career. So, to have a new reason to just be, to do that, to rub your hands together, to find some new energy, I think is dope, man. So, this is exactly what I wanted it to be. And, I'm on cloud 9 no matter what, because we started from the bottom without the complete concept, but with the understanding of where I wanted to go. And I had this conversation with Eric, and Eric, he loved the conversation. He came back, we had another conversation, and we then had another conversation that just kept going. And before we knew it, we looked up. We not only sold the show, but, we were 6 episodes in, right? And now, oh my God, we're talking about the finalizing moment or the finale, and then we're talking about the cast. Now we're talking about our shoot dates. Then we're on set and we're building the stages. Like, this is the first time that I have been this involved in a project from the ground up. So it was an experience that I've been waiting for a long time, and one that I'm glad finally came with this project.
Eric, hey man, it's you. Oh, now I get it. Bodyguard, right?
He's with me.
You're from Philly. I remember seeing you at the Lab House back in college. You know what the funniest bit you ever did was? The 50 different meanings when black folks say funny. So funny. Look here, man, you might want to sit down.
Oh, hey. Chill out, Hirsch. Chill out. He's a fan. He's an excited fan, but he's still a fan. You know that girl that was just here? You were just talking to, she's responsible for that bit. She wrote that joke.
So funny.
Be sure to send your love. Man, I think the way that you just delivered it was aggressive. That was a lot, but I get it. You're trying to make an impression, so I just want you to know that you did. You made one.
Oh, thank you. You can relax. Oh my God, I said, not There's a difference, right, kid?
No. No, it's not a difference. Why don't you just relax?
You flying commercial, huh? Dude, if I had your money, I would fly private.
Hey,
every
dude,
time.
I think it's time to take your seats. We're about to take off. Would you have a seat?
Oh, you the manager? Oh, right.
So can you take your seat?
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. You tell jokes, he keeps you rich, right?
Have a good flight, sir.
It's unreal. It's unreal. Fuck, my phone dead. You got a charger?
I need my chargers on this. I'm sorry, I'm working. I could text ahead of the hotel. They'll have one waiting.
Hirsch.
Yeah.
Time's useless. You got a charger?
Yeah, let me check, boss.
Hey, you can use mine, bro. Just remember to get back. Not that I don't trust you, I mean.
You're you.
Yeah, you mind?
I'm about 2 seconds from knocking you the fuck out.
Hirsch,
You hear me?
Damn, Hirsch, please.
What are
you gonna gain from that? We'll be in jail as soon as we get off the plane, man. Let that man live.
Eric, you wrote a lot of great stuff in this, man. And what I loved how episode 1 ends with "You're not a killer, but don't push me." It's like the perfect ending of episode 1. But like one thing I loved in also episode 1 is the white people saying "nigga." And I want what's your take on that, Kevin? I know you hear people repeat jokes. I know Kendrick Lamar got into it for a white person who did it on stage. Like, how do you feel about that in the lexicon of our culture when white people adapt it and kind of bluntly say it?
It's complicated. I get the joke completely. I'll be honest. One of my producing partners on the show is a guy called Charles Murray, phenomenal writer producer,
very talented.
And that was his. I said, "What? Give me something that's, I'm not gonna. It's not a word I use. It's not a word I'm comfortable even writing. It's not my word to use. I'm a child of the 80s. Even some of the 70s, and I've seen even. I remember when that NWA album came out when I was a kid, and what it was to white kids and the use of this word. And so it seemed like there is a type of guy, and that guy who was incredibly well played, sort of perfect, thinks that somehow there is a difference, that it can be used. And so, my hope is that what comes across is the firm belief, as Kevin says, there is not a difference. Yeah. And so I think that's my feeling.
But the good thing about the, implementing it in the story of that moment, right? What that does is it shows you something about kid. It shows you kids' ability to process and be patient and not react, right? Like, he didn't react the way that some or most would, and it's because he processed it differently and he broke it down. Now, in that moment, what the audience is going to do, they're going to go, wow, right? And they're going to look at how it's handled. They're going to look at security and X, Y, Z, right? But then later on, when he makes the decision to do something else, you see that same type of thinking come into play. He processes things. He overthinks it. He's so calculated at everything that he does. So the immediate reaction is never really immediate. It's never really immediate. Even if it comes off, it was thought out. And I think that, to me, is the biggest takeaway from that moment, right? Because as a fan that wants to be comfort and wants to go too far and is extending himself. But within calm conversation, I'm letting you know that you're not only wrong, but you're out of pocket. And here's why you're out of pocket. Now, if you choose to continue, that's on you, but I'm going to go and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Whatever that thing is. And then later on, a calculated moment to go back and present him with the moment to do it again. It's justification. So we're also telling a story and holding up a lens for the world to look through of, here's what most do. Here's what the problem in most are. And you can't say it, but yet sometimes you try to, right? And it's like, it's a nice little yin and yang effect that I think that we were able to play with that small moment in the scene that gets magnified, of course, into a bigger one later. So I credit it to great writing and taking advantage of a moment to put that lens up, like I said.
Jamal, thank you.
Great job. Easily best limited series on Netflix. Love you, Kevin. Thanks for the time, Eric.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you guys.
I'm looking forward to this
Pleasure to
highlight
meet you.
reel. You done said it. Now I'm looking forward to it because we got some interviews.
Thank you.